All right, so we've done so far. We've done the C is the root, C is the second, and C is the third. The third is like a special case because you can always play the entire string shape set of 6 string shapes in the C box. So you can play, for instance, up here where we have the C shape up here. Okay, this, remember, this is the E string shape down here for my down tuned C guitar. With yours, you can always play this like that. You can always play the C diatonic in the C box. That's a wonderful thing about the C because the warp, the tuning warp has brought over the 7 root 2 and the 3 4 5. The E shape and the C shape were brought over for you, so it's all in one box. But you can still just take it up to the A shape, which is nice. So you can start it on the 5 6 7 root 2 3 4 5 6 7 root 2 3 4 5 6. Now notice we went to that fourth, and that's because I'm using the tripentatonics. If I call this the A box, it's really the A, D, and E shape box. Okay? It's kind of singing a little bit. So it's the A, the D, and the fifth, the E shape box. So it'd be. Okay, so that's what's going on with the Phrygian third. Say we're down here. All right, so this is my low A at the fret nut here. You call that the third. You can do either the short, or if you don't want to deal with the short, like 2 3 4 5 6 7 root 2 3 4 5 6 7 root 2 3 4 5. Okay, you can always go up to the A, and you can play up to the A position, so it'd be 3 4 5 6, all in one string shape. And then from that 5 6 we'd go, this is the A string shape, 7 root 2 E string shape, 3 4 5 C string shape, 6 7 root G string shape, warp up, uh, 2 3 4 2 3 4 sorry 2 3 4, and then 5 6 there. So 2 3 4. Now that doesn't look right because the fourth, we were in the key of C here. Okay, 3 4 5 5 6. Okay, okay, right, because that's the Phrygian C as the Phrygian third of A flat. That's why we went up here with the A flat, with the A box. We had A up here. Okay, 5 6. The sixth of A flat is F. The fifth of A flat is E flat. So that's what happens there. I make that mistake a lot. So now let's just push on. So that was C is the third. Now let's look at C is the fourth and make sure we're going to have the right key. C is the fourth of G. Okay. Now remember one thing. It seems like we should be able to play the whole G shape in the first cage, in the key of cage, but we can't because there's the seventh that we don't have up here when we're stacking string shapes, where C is 3 4 5. Okay, and when we get to the E string shape, we have to warp it over, and it's not, the tuning warp isn't bringing it over yet because we're going to be on the fourth string. So we're not going to get the whole diatonic without doing a long pattern. To avoid the long pattern, we're going to play the doubles. Okay, but C is the fourth of G. We can actually invoke the short long pattern, the top part, which goes 4 5 6. Okay, so that way we don't have to look at a partial C pattern which would be 3, 4, 5, 6. We can start right on that 4. Now, of course, we can play that. If we start this as C is the fourth, this is an octave, C is the fourth, we can just start that C pattern and just start from the 4 instead of we can just start on the 4th and follow that C pattern. Okay? That C is the 4th. Okay? So we could do the short pattern as C is the 4th, but not down here. We cannot do it. Why are we doing this? Because we can't do the short patterns from the fret nut. Okay, so we have to play off. And why are we using the long pattern string? One long pattern string, if the majors, why are we using that? Because we can't use a short pattern. If we start certain patterns, they'll go up 2 or 3 strings, or 1 or 2 strings, or 3. But in the case of G, when we get to the 4th string, we're not going to be able to use that short pattern. So we're going to invoke a long pattern to take us away from the fret nut, and then go up the short pattern from there. So C as the 4th of G, we're going to start the 4 pattern, and we're going to go up the A, the 5, 6, because we're going to use part of this C here in the 4th pattern, and then go up the A. So let's just count it. 4, 5, 6. So we're going to use this S14XXL, and we're just going to go 4, 5, 6, and that 5, 6 we're going to take it up in the A pattern right here. 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we go. C is the 4th. Remember, we're in the key of G now. 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4. C is the 4th. D shape. 5, 6. Okay, so that's how we deal with C as the 4th. Always take the 4th. 4, 5, 6. And as soon as you see 5, 6, you're going 5, 6A, 7, root 2E, 3, 4, 5, C, 6, 7, root E, 2, 3, 4, D, 5, 6 again, A shape, string shape, those individual string shapes. Now we're going to look at C as the 5th. So again, we're going to evoke the long pattern, but now we're going into the extra long pattern and adding the R to complete the short G string shape. So C is the 5th. You know, if you tried to do a short pattern, let's say we were looking at G as the 5th here. Let's say we'll do pentatonic. Try that down here. Uh-oh, I don't have that. We'd have to go into a long pattern right there. And you know, the real deal long pattern for the 5th is I guess for the G shape, the real deal long pattern is somewhere around here. It says right here S5G, but I know that isn't the long pattern. We have a long C pattern, we have a long E pattern, we have a long A pattern, and we have a long D pattern, but we don't appear to have a long G pattern. But I can tell you right now because I know it. So let's just get back to where we're at here. The long G pattern is really easy. It's just 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2. Warp up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. That's the long G pattern, but we're not going to play that. We're just going to use the extra long pattern A into G. So we've got actually a double string shape right here. This is actually a double string shape. So here's another special case that makes it easy for us. But we're not going to go up that A short pattern. We're going to play right into that G short pattern.